next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the LA Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Moore, the motion man right. They start to drive with White. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
A very solid gain of 27. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's White. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Hurts. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. Maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah,
Hurts fumbles it, and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. Up the middle they go. Crowley. Hard running at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field,
touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Chargers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Herbert now on second down. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tommy Tremble from 13 yards out. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Joey Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Crowley, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each.
Hurts fumbles it, and picked up by the Chargers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Wolf on now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Crowley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Up the middle, Nwangu. There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kene Nwangu, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. find this Philly offense set to go. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hurts. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Herbert off of play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, fit me for a neck brace, partner. One kickoff return in one direction for a touchdown, and the other one, they almost broke going back the other way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. 107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you helped them.
I did. My bad. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Hey, go Lion.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They run straight ahead here with White. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Going quickly out wide to Moore. But not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Crowd right. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He gets this out to Spiller. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Running out of the gun with White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Third down and 6.
Hey, ram. Hey, easy. We'll go forward.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we thought we should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Opting to run again here with White. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. First down, here's White. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side here with White. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he's into the end zone. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And Monty Rice there on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Crowley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, LA. Was shot right. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Wolf on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Set. Home to trips right. Set.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just...
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Elijah Moore, 39 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Wolf on now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball.